Welcome, everybody, to TalkRadio.GOP. We're real excited about this program that we're going to be podcasting for a long time in the future. Republican leaders. And today we have Anne Hathaway with us, former chair of the Republican Party of the state of Indiana, now in charge of the Republican National Convention, which is coming up really quick here on July 15th. This has been 3 years of work for one of Indiana's favorite daughters, Anne Hathaway, and being really Miss Republican in the state of Indiana. How is it going? You've been working on this for a long time. You've got to keep a lot of balls in the air and maybe a couple plates spinning. We're just down less than 2 weeks. How is it going?
Hi, Jim. It's good to be with you today. Thanks for having me. It's going really well. As you said, it's 3 years of a lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But you know what? It's all coming together, and now is the time to obviously continue to work on fine-tuning the details. Work with 160 members of the RNC. We're expecting about 50,000 guests in Milwaukee. We're excited to take Milwaukee to the world and bring the world to Milwaukee. Literally an international 4-day live TV show. But I think about it a lot, how every day I wake up and I think I get to do this. I get to be a part of this. I get to help plan it. And it's because of Hoosier Republicans. I've been fortunate enough to serve in a lot of roles. You and I both have been in politics for a long time. We have a lot of experience. But as National Committee woman, I was appointed to be the chairman of the Committee on Arrangements, which is the chairman of the Republican National Convention. Work with a great team of professionals putting on the convention from the COA. Work with a great team. Reince Priebus is chairman of the host committee, who's my partner, and he's got a great staff. And then the RNC, Chairman Michael Watley, my third partner, and then the campaign manager Susie Wiles, Chris LaCivita from the campaign. We are working in hand in glove to make sure that we put on the best convention in order to launch Donald J. Trump to victory in November. And it's because of my Hoosier friends and family that provide me the opportunity to do that, for which I'm really grateful.
I want to talk about Hathaway Strategies. You're a businesswoman, and that company has grown so much. I've worked with a lot of members of your staff, and you just have established a real corporate identity with Hathaway Strategies. July 15th is coming up really, really quick. And are there any surprises, or how many, I guess the first question is how many conventions have you been a part of in your career?
Well, Jim, if I tell you how many conventions, you're going to be able to do the math and age me really fast.
Well, Ann, I've been involved since 1974. I'm in my 50th year. So you're not gonna it's not gonna embarrass me at all, because you've been involved for a long time.
Right. But I always, people always say E is establishment. I always say it's E is for experience. And I think that's what I really bring to the table when it comes to politics is experience. This is my 9th convention. I've served in multiple roles, whether it be a delegate, an alternate. My first convention was Vice President Quayle as a staffer. In 2012, I was the program director for the Republican National Convention in Tampa. And this year, I've been working on this convention for nearly 3 years. Chairman McDaniel asked me to be the site selection chair for the 2024 convention. So I led the team that we put together the RFP. We interviewed a number of cities who were interested. We visited a number of cities and ultimately picked Milwaukee. Milwaukee knocked us out of the park with regard to how much they wanted us in Milwaukee. They really sold us on the state, on the city, the volunteers, just the whole enthusiasm from beginning till now. for the Republican convention to be held in Milwaukee has been amazing. I've been, as you and I have discussed previously, there's no easy way from Indianapolis to Milwaukee. So I've been driving this route back and forth for about a year and a half, often, in order to be able to maintain my responsibilities at my company with the state party and also with the convention. And fortunately for me, they all kind of fit together in different ways. And in all three places, I have amazing teams and I work with amazing people who make me look good, who are true pros at what they do. And we work together to come up with creativity, with plans, and then the strategic action plans to execute. And that's where we are. We are, days away from launching the convention. The RNC meeting starts the week prior to the convention in Milwaukee. So on Sunday, we have delegates, state and RNC members, the platform committee convenes. So it really starts in just a matter of a few days for us. We are anxious. We can't wait to show off Milwaukee to the world and bring the world to Milwaukee. The arena has been coming together. The stage is magnificent. It's incredibly tall. It's incredibly large. It's bold. It's exciting. There are 2,100 LED screens that will be able to incorporate technology and video and make the speakers truly larger than life. And really working hard on a strategic message inside the arena to broadcast to the world. But in addition, there's a lot of things that are going on outside the arena in order to make sure that the delegate experience is amazing as well. So just a very, very big, comprehensive plan. We have over 4,000 volunteers working over 8,000 shifts. We're covering a lot of ground, doing a lot of things so that we will then be able on the 18th to pivot, get through the Olympics, the Democrat convention. But for the Republican Party, what's going to be most crucial is to have a great convention so we can launch Donald J. Trump to victory in November.
You know, I have a friend who gave me a sneak peek through FaceTime the other day, and the arena where, for our audience, where the Milwaukee Bucks play basketball.
That's right.
It's going to be quite a show for the Republican Party. Now, I'm sure with a lot of your organization, and if I know you well, and I do know you well, that security. Everybody talks about Chicago with the Democrats having the concern about demonstrations, and you think about 1968 with the Vietnam War and what was going on and how the demonstrations and Mayor Daley and the Chicago police really ruined that convention for them. It's not too big of a leap for me to believe that you have probably spent a lot of time on security and safety for everybody, the delegates, the media, and everybody that's participating. And I'm sure that's taken up a lot of time.
You know me well, Jim. There were some nights this year that I woke up in the middle of the night worrying about safety and security and making sure that we keep our delegates and all of our 50,000 guests safe and secure while they're in Milwaukee. We have two former police officers who are the director and the deputy director of our transportation and security office at the COA. They've been on the force with Milwaukee, both of them for each over 25 years before they retired. So they know the community well. They know all of the associated groups, the local police force, and have been able to integrate us into the communities to make sure that we have over 100 hotels that we're housing guests. So working with each hotel to make sure we have a law enforcement officer each of those 24/7 during while our guests are in the community. In addition, making sure that all of our buses have some type of law enforcement officer on them. We worked closely with the Secret Service, the FBI, all the security folks in the Milwaukee area and nationally to make sure that people can have a safe and secure experience and that they can focus on the business of hand at the convention as opposed to having to be fearful. It's been a huge priority for us. Obviously, the Secret Service takes care of the protectee, the nominee and his family, the vice president, their family, but it's really up to us to work with local law enforcement to make sure that all of the guests are safe and secure, and that not only in the arena, in the secure zone, in their hotels, while they're being transported, but also throughout the community. There's so much to see and do in Milwaukee, and we want to make sure that people have a true Wisconsin and a Milwaukee, Wisconsin experience, and that they hopefully want to go back to Milwaukee, because much like Cleveland, it's a place that people fly over, but once they've been there, they want to go back to. And we hope that's the case in Milwaukee as well.
Lots of breweries.
Lots of breweries. The Brewers are home the weekend before the convention starts. The waterfront is gorgeous. There's an amazing zoo. But what I'll tell you, Jim, the one of the best parts of Milwaukee has been the people. The people have been so welcoming, so friendly. You and I are pretty lucky to live in the Midwest and in Indianapolis, and there's a real Midwest nice thing. And in Milwaukee, we're going to have a Midwest nice convention. Mm-hmm. People are going to feel really welcome there.
Now, a lot of times when I've gone to these conventions, I never really have found out the answer to this. So this is just for Jim Merritt. Seating the delegate, the delegations, and how is that created? How do you get up front?
Well, if the nominee is from your state or has multiple home states, that always happens to we take that into account. In addition, the home state of the vice presidential nominee, the chairman of the RNC's home state is often taken into account. But I think the most important states, besides those, are those where they're target states with regard to where we absolutely have to win.
Like
and
Wisconsin.
The electoral votes accumulate to make sure that we're focused on our ultimate goal, and that's to launch our nominee to victory.
Yes. Yeah. I can understand all of that, including we need to win. Republicans need to win Wisconsin, and we need to win Pennsylvania.
Yep, exactly. So let me tell you a secret about that. So when you look at the arena, oftentimes people think about the end zones. And we did that for the debate last summer in Milwaukee. We had an end zone stage. But for the convention, we flip it and we run it long ways because that provides us more front row seats.
And this is going to be in a Republican year. I think in Indiana and nationally, Donald Trump has momentum right now. He'll come into the convention with a lot of power. Is the volunteer force? How many people will be in that arena at one time? And there'll be time for media, but are there any secrets? Is there anything for our audience to know, to be watching, and how much will the convention be on television? And it will be streamed live constantly. What's the agenda for the convention from July 15th to July 18th?
So the convention opens on July 15th. There's business of the convention and that we have to do in order to convene the convention and to consecrate the convention, for lack of a better term. There'll be sessions Monday afternoon, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. We haven't announced any of the scheduling yet, and any of the program yet. That'll be coming in coming weeks, because obviously we'll be using that to generate interest.
Yeah.
But think about it this way: there's 15,000 media covering this. It is not a one-day live TV show. It is a 4-day live TV show and media opportunity. You're going to see it covered in every format possible. It will look similar and different within the arena as it relates to the coverage. We will have the main media platform, as we always do, that media is on. In addition, there will be media booths throughout the arena where different networks will cover the convention. In addition, though, you'll note this time that we have stand-ups on the floor in order for all of the different media folks who are doing different types of media to have an opportunity to have floor background and to be engaged.
And interview delegates even, right?
Exactly. Interaction with the delegates. All the delegates will be seated on the floor for this convention, which is exciting and something we always strive for. In addition to that, we have the Panther Arena, which will be Media Row. It will be where all kinds of surrogates and elected officials and local activists will be doing interviews from on every type of media you can imagine throughout the week. In addition to that, for the first time ever, we have, and you mentioned this earlier, Wisconsin is a target state. It's a state where we need to do well in order to make sure we capture those electoral votes. And we have Wisconsin Media Row, where we are working exclusively with Wisconsin media to provide surrogates and different interview opportunities for them in order to get to every corner of Wisconsin to try to make sure that we deliver our message. In addition to that, we have the Baird Center, which is the Media Filing Center. And within Skirgone, we also have something we're really excited about that is called Convention Fest, which is going to be local food and beverage, different kinds of merchandise, T-shirts. We've got the Oval Office, just all kinds of Republican things, pins to buy, in order for people to just have a true Republican experience and a true experience down in the secure zone. So you've got media, you've got fun, you've got food, and then you've got the arena where the actual TV show will be.
And thank you very much, Anne Hathaway. Best of luck in the July 15th through the July 18th RNC in Milwaukee. We're so excited. We want to win. We Republicans want to win Wisconsin. What a great place to have just a blast off for the fall campaign for the presidential election in 2024. Thank you very much, Anne Hathaway.
Thank you.